Hello. Yes, I'm going to be on today, Megan. It really is happening. How is everything sound and look? Let me know. I moved everything. I touched every single thing in my office and moved it over here. So I feel like the sound is going to be better. Hey guys. Can you guys see me and hear me? I hope. I don't see it in the, let's see, I don't see it in the right spot. Can you see me? I feel like it's in a different place than where it said it was going to be. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Looks like I'm in a different spot. There's a fly buzzing around me too, which is kind of bugging me. You see it? Oh my goodness, it came in through the light. So let me see here. Let me find you guys. Let's see, I'm gonna get a link and I'm gonna go here. This is taking me to you guys here, but this isn't where you are. Well, I'm not sure where you guys are, but let's see here. Where's the live chat? Oh, there it is. Hi, Niverino. Yeah, don't you think the sound is better over here? It's more closed in. Like there's a false ceiling here, so I feel like that helps. Helps a lot. Let me find, hi Mama Said So. That's a cute name. I like it. Let me find everyone. I see them in another chat and I'm not sure why they're over there and how that happened. So yeah, I'm not sure. So yeah, so this is a different time as well because I know, yeah, right, Megan? I was in the same window as you. Hi, Lisa. Megan, will you tell Ray? I saw her talking to you over there. Yeah, I don't know what that is. You know, since I can't stream on Twitch anymore, I'm going live directly through Streamlabs, and I'm not using an app through Streamlabs. This is probably more information than you guys want to know. But when I created the event yesterday, so I scheduled the event, and that's why it said, oh, she'll be live at 2 o'clock or whatever. And so when I go to that where you guys all were, that's where you guys were, and that's where I was looking, but that's not where it went live. So I actually just found someone really helpful through other streams. He's a moderator in another stream that I watch, and he kind of had noodled on helping streamers, and so I asked him. So I'm hoping that will, he might be able to help me out with that. If you click on my icon, it's what? The suspense is killing me. Megan, will you tell Ray where we are? I don't know if you can go back to where you were, but here, I'm going to try and do this pop-out chat thing. I'm trying to be a better streamer. I'm trying to do things the way streamers usually do. So we will get to the sewing, I promise. So let's see. I'm going to do this pop-out chat thing. Yeah. Okay. Hello, Helen. How's it going? It's late for you there. Good evening. So we are making the Hillside tote today. You did, thank you, Megan. We're making the Hillside tote today. We have made it before, but my mom wanted me to make her one, and I wasn't going to stream it, but you guys were down for it. So, and then I had all that internet craziness happen, but it was all fixable, thankfully. Ray, hello. Yeah, it took me to the same place you guys were at. I could see you guys, but my stream wasn't there. So I'll ask someone about that. Because the other funny thing is, now when I schedule an event, I do it through Streamlabs. And every time I do it, the default information in there is the guinea pig stream. So I don't know what that's about. And so then I create the event, list it on YouTube. You guys can see it. Oh, she'll be live on a certain day. And then when I say, okay, let's go live, it says, oh, you're going live? are you streaming guinea pigs? And I have to retype that. That's why I've been late the last couple times. So I retype it all and then I say confirm and go live again. So, and then it took me to a different place. So, oh, nice, Helen. Oh, a day of custom orders. That's no fun. So what happened? I did find a guru. What happened with the internet? All right, so I had a few things simultaneously happen. Just weirdly that they happened all at the same time. So you guys know, like, the stream, we've been like crashing occasionally. So the cord above me is like going across, connecting me to the server, or whatever it's called. It was failing. It was like intermittently going out and failing. We just didn't know that, you and I. And so it finally failed because the rest of the building still had internet. But the day that and then like they kind of temporarily connected me, but one of my computers wasn't getting the full amount of the internet, so I couldn't do much. And so I just decided to rearrange the entire frickin' office and put me over here where it's quieter. The lighting's a little different here too. It's a little more artificial but brighter. And then all of a sudden, like a week after that, the internet just went down for the whole building. So it took a few days. So to visit the homepage, yeah, Megan, right? Yeah, you want to hear that nerd info. So it started to look like an unpaid bill, and that's what it was, and which is so weird because it was this really weird bill from like last June, because they don't have like standard internet here where, you know, how most of us go through our cable company. This is a direct T1 line through AT&T. And his assistant recently got a different job, so he's kind of soloing it. And so he had seen it, and she had actually gotten the bill down because they didn't promise something. I don't know. I don't really care about all that. I just want internet. So it's all sorted now. I got a new cord directly connected to the thing and not into the wall anymore. And the internet's paid. So that's where we're at. And this moving over here, because my office is the shape of an L, and you only ever see me in the like leg of the L. And I don't actually, all I had over here was like a little tiny kitchen area. The space is a little bigger than what I need. So I realized like I would have to stop recording a video when all the employees would come back in the afternoon and clock out. And so that was getting kind of a little bit disruptive for me. So I was like, it's probably really quiet over here. So that's why I moved. I needed to work on my backdrop. So, Ray, all right. Good to know. Yeah, Megan, it was frustrating because it wasn't in my power, and he's on the grand jury right now for how there's, we all get jury duty summons, right? But there's grand jury, which is a bigger commitment. It's like a 2-year commitment, and he's on that. And he actually didn't go to sort this out. So he's totally, helping us. So they all know that this is important, which I appreciate. And the guy that's a tenant here, he was helping me because he was so scared it was going to happen to him, and then it did. It's a new YouTube studio. Yeah, my whole stream fit in this room perfectly. I even got a green screen yesterday, and it's behind me, but blondes don't work well on green screens. Who knew? I'm not really a blonde. I'm a white. So the fabric ban. What fabric ban? I know of no such thing. All right, so I know some of you are here for the sewing. I need to iron all my interfacing. Like I've been just sitting around eating bonbons for a week and a half. I haven't done anything. So I need to iron on my interfacing. So let's do that together. Let me move my keyboard so I can swivel you with me to my iron. It's a little bright, huh, Megan? I know you're going to tell me it's a little bright. Put that on there. Yeah, what did you do, Megan? Tell us. I feel like I need to lift my fabric band. I don't even have one on me. All right. So my mom picked a quilting cotton as her main fabric print. So she's kind of swapped where it's going to be on the bag. And I didn't show you the picture of the Hillside tote, did I? I don't have the one that we all made. Ooh, I got some. Ooh, this is not going well. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why is this going like this? I haven't had interfacing do that in a long time. Hopefully I can hide that under the pocket. Crazy. This is why I don't like using this interfacing. It's kind of boardy stiff stuff. I don't have the bag that we all sewed together because I gifted it to a friend. Ooh. What do I think is the right side? I think this is... This one has lots of lines in it. I think that this is the right side. Wow, 32 yards of fabric for... What the heck? What kind of quilt is that? You're quilting America. Oh, the Ellis dress. Which one's that? Okay, I'm doing this on this side. This is not the right interfacing. You know what? I knew when I picked up all my pattern pieces that it was a bad idea to mix everything up. What the heck? What did I do? Maybe I should get my pattern pieces out and make sure I'm doing this right. There's some definite like striations in this fabric. Well, are you quilting? Are you making a quilt pattern, or are you going to do your own thing? I cut out my next quilting project, but it's like a tiny little mini quilt. Like, it's going to be this big, 11 by 11. I didn't get very far in it yet. I like the darker color on the side. I'm sure it doesn't look different for you guys, but I don't like the... they're not fabric flaws, but they look like they are, you know? So this is the smaller one. I think she calls it the mini. And then there's the regular size. What's going on here? That piece goes to that. Look at that. I was so good and I cut that out already. Yay! Okay. These, I know what those go to. I know what these go to. What is going on here? Is this the pocket? I think this goes to this. So she's going to have it like this, where the solid's in front of the print. Don't you wish I would have not sat around eating bonbons and I would have ironed all this? I do. You have a long list. You have bored of customers. Oh, it's a scrap quilt? And you make 3 blocks each month? That's cool. And then is like a year-long thing? Or that's probably quicker than year-long, depending on how big the blocks are, huh? All right. I'm feeling like I need to match up my pattern pieces again. My friend really likes this purse. And then now she's making a tamarack jacket. Do you guys remember what this purse looked like that I made? It was the black background with the gray kitties. It was a Japanese fabric. It's really cute. I'm not doing this on the interfacing side. She's going to make a tamarack jacket out of the same fabric. It's going to be really cute. We're kind of making matching tamaracks. We're not, but we walk together and I need to use a tamarack. I have a tamarack vest that I use on my walks, but I didn't intend for that to happen. I really just wanted to make a a sample for a class I was going to teach last fall. So I was going to do the tamarack. And so I made one using the Cantha fabric, which is, I didn't know the name of this fabric until someone pointed it out. But it was that really stitched, it was printed and like stitched, long running stitches on it. And I'm rethinking these. Then I used a wool on the outside, and I've been using that on my walks, and there's pug fur all over it. Like, it shows every little fur, so I would really like a fabric for my walking vest that doesn't grab onto every fur on Loki's body. Donut holes and chips. That sounds like a really good combo. I love salty and sweet together. You know what I'm really hooked on is, they're called digestives. So Brits will know what I'm talking about. So it's like a little, it's like a cookie cracker with a smear of chocolate on it. I fell in love with those almost 20 years ago when I was visiting there, and I still buy them, and I cannot eat just a serving size. It's so bad. Yesterday I was sitting there and I opened one of the little packs, and there's like 8 in a pack. It's like, the box is divided in 2 packs, and I'm like, okay, 2 crackers per sitting. But I ate 4. Like, I gobbled them up like that. And then I was like, well, I can't just leave the package like this. And I ate the other 4. I ate 8 of those things. That was not being kind to Sarah in the moment. That was my version of bonbons. Just woofing down digestives, which I don't know why they're called that. I hate that name. I didn't even have anywhere to iron, so I really couldn't have done this. Each block is 10 inches. That's cool. Ooh, there's pleats on the dress Helen's making? Oh. I've looked at some of the merchant mills, but I looked at the ones that a fabric store carried because they were just like announcing, hey, we're carrying merchant and mills. And so I went and looked, and I was not blown over by the silhouettes. I was like, oh yeah, that is not for my silhouette, And I didn't really give them another thought. So this is the strap, and I think I need to iron it like this, right? And then like this. Didn't I do a better job of getting that in the center? Come on. Is it like this? Remember? Wasn't this what I tried to get in the center really hard? Maybe it's like this. I swear. Oh, yeah. I'll eat milk chocolate or dark chocolate. Hi, Deb. How's it going? Yeah, exactly, Helen. The thing is, like, I have pretty good willpower. But when there's something I don't have good willpower on it, I really have bad willpower. Like right now, the other day, I was sitting there on the couch after dinner, and I was like, God, a banana split sounds so good. And my husband kind of laughed. I eat ice cream. I eat a little bit almost every day. Like I really like ice cream. And so there's most of the time there's ice cream in the fridge. I can have it. We even have some Girl Scout Thin Mints right now. But here I am going, I need a banana split. And I wanted it so bad. Like, it sounded so good. He's like, just go to the store and get it. And I did. I actually went to the grocery store, you guys. And maybe this is like internet stress eating I've been doing. But, you guys, I'm really glad you can't see my face because I'm blushing. It cost me $38 to buy all the fixings for, the banana split I wanted. And it was amazing. It was so amazing, you guys. Like, it was perfect. I got hot fudge, I got strawberry sauce, caramel sauce, whipped cream. I had almonds at home. I got 2 more ice cream. So I had pistachio, mint chip, vanilla, and strawberry. And I bought my daughter some sorbet because she's nice and simple. I got better bananas. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Mama. Oh, wow. All right, I need to look at my hardware here. Because I'm kind of feeling like, you know where I'm going with this? I'm kind of feeling like, am I working too hard? I feel like I'm being a real try-hard right now, trying to get this on here. I am pretty sure that the method in the instructions, you do this. And it works amazing. It honestly works amazing. Yeah, see that? And it's a really great way to assemble a strap. I love the way she does this because you don't have to turn anything right side out. It just means that, I have to sew these 2 together too. It just means that my thing isn't in the center like we thought it was. So that blows. All right, so I'm gonna set that aside for now. And we will sew them together and then I'll decide what I'm gonna do. So, but now you guys, there's been the fixings for banana split in my house. And I have to eat it. And then it was my mom's birthday, right? So it was my mom's birthday and my dad kind of called and he was kind of trying to get me to volunteer to make a cake. And I was like, yeah, of course I'll make a cake. And then I was talking to my mom. I had taken a picture. It was like the next day after the banana split. The shopping spree. You guys, I actually walked out of the grocery store only with banana split fixings in my cart. It was bad. It looked like I was pregnant or PMSing. It was. The guy was like, yeah, you have some priorities there. It was so embarrassing. And so the next day, I took a picture of it on the counter and I sent it to my mom. I was like, oh my God, look what I did. I spent $38 on this banana split stuff. She goes, where'd you get that hot fudge? I love that brand of hot fudge. It was like Mrs. Richardson's. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I just bought this one. And I was like, well, do you want this for your birthday? We have enough for an army. And she was like, yeah. So we did it for her birthday. And I've pretty much had a banana split or a hot fudge sundae every night for a week. You guys, living my best life. And I usually brag that I don't have high cholesterol. But I doubt that's true right now. So, yeah. Oh, peppermint patties. Yeah, that sounds good. Like Thin Mints in the freezer. Yeah, banana splits are so underrated, right? All right, now that I've mixed up all my freaking pattern pieces here, this is the lining. This is the lining. We know that's the handle. I thought it was so cool the way I cut that out. Nope. Well, Ray, I could have been practical, maybe got some things useful for the house, but I was kind of like, if I start grocery shopping right now, it's a slippery slope. Why are there so many of these pieces? Exterior pocket? Yes. Okay. But that's not the exterior pocket. These are the exterior pocket. Yeah. This is the interior pocket, right? No, this is the... Why does this feel so... I didn't cut this out wrong, right? We were very careful. So this is the bag outer. She wants the navy blue on top of it. Yeah, I mean, it was a half a banana. I couldn't put like a whole thing on there. So, and I got maraschino cherries. Which, I just didn't want to dip into my husband. My husband likes, what's the drink? Is it a Manhattan that has a cherry in it? A whiskey drink that has a cherry in it? he buys these really nice cherries. They're called Bada Bing cherries. They're not dyed red. Those are really good. But I didn't want to use those on my banana split. You know, like, I was trying to respect his cherries. He would have been kind of disappointed if I'd eaten those up. And so I got maraschino, and you know, every night until last night, I'd eat the cherry last, and that's such a mistake to leave that as the last taste in your mouth when you've just eaten this amazing banana split. I'm lining my exterior. Is that what I'm doing, Helen? Let's see. I really don't know what I'm doing. It's just been a while. Sorry, folks. Let's see. I just don't think looking at these are gonna, I just want to get it to the instructions here. So we have that. We know what this is. And we have these two. The interior pocket. But the thing is, why? Oh, this is the lining. You're so smart. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then this is the exterior. But is it? Where is my navy blue for the outer pockets? This is it, right? Oh, it is the same size. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a dummy. Okay. Okay. This is the interior pocket. This is the exterior. Everything's fine. All right. Yeah, I had to use a big bowl, which made me feel like a little piglet. Okay, so all right. Yep, that is exactly what you do with your strap. All right, so let's sew this together. That way we can do the last of the ironing. And this is how you do it. You put it together like this. And then you sew across. That way you get a, you don't have the bulk. I think this is so smart. See, my other scissors will cut something like that, but the tips got dinged. All right, let's fold let's iron the strap. You have a dish that's perfect for that. See, now that's a slippery slope for me. Exactly. If I had one of those, because I actually started thinking about that. I looked around, I was like, what am I doing? I don't need a specific dish for this. This would be bad. Yeah, I did knit my cardigan. It's in bamboo. Supposedly that will keep me cooler in my climate, you know. It was like something that was recommended. I'm trying to remember, is it like this? Or is it like this? I feel like it's the other way. This is the 2 inches. Yeah, it is like this. Okay. So these are the strap ends that hold your hardware to the bag. I'm going to fold them in half. Wrong sides together. And then line up your edge. Is that too bright for you guys? You guys, is this gonna be a problem that I didn't? What if I did this? Oh. You know, that actually works. So if I how did I just do that? So I'm doing it off center so that I can get that kind of centered, this little flower here. And because I'm not overlapping these edges right here, it's still flat enough. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, jelly beans? Just breathe. I'm fine. Oh, I know. You know, there is a pretty decent ice cream parlor here. The locals really love it. But the ice cream's not that great. And you can't say that to them. They get really offended by that. And I totally respect that. It's their, you know, it's their thing. So that's cool. It's cool. Where's the hardware? I would like to look at one hardware, please. So basically, it's the width of the whole flower. Good to know. So I'm gonna iron it a little off kilter there. Yeah, my mom was pretty excited about this hot fudge. It's Mrs. Richardson's hot fudge. And it is actually really good, you know. It doesn't taste like fake chocolate. And fudge is different than chocolate, you know. So yeah, I'm doing this off center. So if you're following the instructions, you would, or if you had a solid fabric and you're not fussy, you know, aiming for a print, just fold it wrong sides together like this. And then once you iron that, then you fold your ends to that center fold. I'm just doing it a little off kilter because we worked really hard to fussy cut this, and apparently I wasn't fussy enough. And it's my mom. So, you know. I'm using the flower as a guide, not the fold lines. Yeah, whipped cream. That was the only thing I kind of cheesed out on, was I bought like ready whip, you know? I didn't make my ice cream. And it was honestly such a good touch because it just really made it seem like old school. Isn't that funny? I really like homemade ice cream, but it's pretty heavy, you know? I've never liked Cool Whip. That stuff's kind of unnatural. Sorry if you guys like it. The strap is 1 inch wide finished. Oh, I have good news. I can't believe I forgot to say this. My pattern is done. I just got the word like at 1 o'clock today, which was like an hour before I streamed. So I'm going to launch it for sale probably tomorrow. So happy. I'm so happy. I'm at that point where I'm like, doesn't matter if there's mistakes, Sam, you just got to launch it, you know? And I don't feel like there's mistakes at all. It's just like literally there needs to be a space between this number and millimeter. You know what I mean? Like I found one of those and I'm letting it go. Ah, you make bags as your business. So you're making custom bags. Wow. Helen, your name is familiar to me, but I know you through the live stream, right? Not in another way. Not from my chicken boots days, right? I made a, I'll show it to you. I got it here. I made a waxed cotton version of the project bag, and I left off the stiffener and the vinyl, except I left stiffener in the bottom only. And it was waxed cotton on the outside, Liberty of London on the inside. Oh, and leather handles. I bought some leather handles. It turned out really amazing. I'm actually like thinking it's my favorite one I've done in a really long time. But it would be a really expensive way to do it. You'd have to get wax cotton, and you know, it's most of those places have a 1 yard minimum. You can't get like a half yard. Okay. Enough ironing. Why is it so bright? Okay. Okay, exterior pocket to the main panel. I'm not putting a magnetic button on this one, so. Oh, I guess I could stitch my strap, but you know, I have to change my thread color for that. Yeah, Ray. Yeah, the only reason it's working is because I'm not sewing it right sides together and turning it. And it was just because I fiddled with it and I saw that it would work. I didn't actually know that off the top of my head or anything. It was just an idea and it worked. So I was just lucky. But yeah, because there's not the bulk of a seam and the seam allowance pressing back on itself, it's fine. So, hi Sydney, how's it going? Nice to see you. This is not 1/4 inch seams, is it? It's 1/2 inch. Right. Where is the seam allowance? Can you tell that that's kind of a pet peeve for me? You won't forget it. Oh, 1/2 inch. There we go. You won't forget it on my pattern. You're going to get sick of seeing it on mine. I promise. Wait, is this the right side? Ooh. I like this side better, so I'm going to change this real quick. Good thing I checked. So. Ooh, Harris tweed with, ooh. That sounds nice. You're breaking everything at work. Oh no, I'm sorry. Did they banish you? I don't know what you do, but did they say, hey, go away and go do something and entertain yourself while we fix this all? Oops, I'm doing this wrong. I need my sewing stride. This is pretty quick to sew, honestly. I'm making it look like it takes forever right now, but it's actually pretty quick if you're not sewing and chatting and ironing everything at once. But I looked back on the video when we sewed it last time, and it was 2 hours. I meant to watch the video just to make sure I didn't have any, like, hey, maybe next time I would do this moments, you know, because sometimes we have those, right, when we're sewing one. Yeah, so we need a list of questions for the guru I found. He said, like, he had me do some adjustments that I'm hoping we notice, like, the quality of the stream should be better now. And he explained what each of those things was, so that was really helpful. Because I was like, all right, what is each of those? And he just listed it right off like he knew, you know? Because I don't touch that stuff like bit rate and all this stuff, you know? It kind of scares me. Hi, Alicia. Nice to see you. Oh, you don't want to break things there, Sydney. But I bet you can fix it too. Ultrasound systems. Very interesting. Oh, Oak Roots. I've heard of that person. Very cool. How long does your quilt-along last, Megan? We really need to do another sew-along. All right, so I'm going to sew this like this, and I'm going to decide. She wants you to double needle top stitch it, or do 2 rows of top stitching. And I kind of want to like, can I sew anything else so we can iron it? Probably not. This is an iron heavy bag. I know, Megan, right? Yeah, it's kind of funny how I made his acquaintance because he is a moderator in a Fortnite streamers stream that I follow. And I kind of bumped into his Twitter page through that streamer once. And he had said something like, hey, I'm thinking about offering help to streamers who want to get going, or anyone who wants streaming help. Is anyone interested in that? And I was like, I would. And he didn't reply, but I don't think he has a whole lot of interaction, or maybe he just wasn't in the place when he saw that. And so it's been a few months, and he posted a picture of his streaming setup, and a lot of people were like, wow, that's clean, man, you know, stuff that kind of stuff. I didn't know what I was looking at because his stream setup's obviously very different than mine. This one I did wrong. I am picking to use the twill side of this fabric because I think it's the right side, so I'm going to change it. But when he did that, that's when I said, hey, a while back you said you might help people with stream setups, and he was like, yeah, sure. And so I submitted some screenshots of things, and he immediately gave us some ideas. So, hi, Eliza. Nice. I know. Well, last week we didn't have any. You haven't missed much. I think you were with us on the last stream, so you haven't missed anything. Yeah. Yeah, it's dinner time for some of you, isn't it? I was kind of hoping we might see some Aussies and Kiwis here today. It's morning there for them, though, so it's not the most ideal time, morning on a weekday. But yeah, I'm doing this the worst way possible. I know. I don't want to hear it. Miller time! That is indeed what this is, because the inventor of the steam ripper was something Miller. So now we call this Miller time. And this is how we summon Nancy. So this is the reason I never seam rip this way, because then you have to sit here and pick out all the little threads, and they are so hard to pick out sometimes. I do have this nifty little, but it's not right there. I think it's in my pattern box. This little tool, and it's a seam ripper with a, basically looks like an eraser on the end, like a big white eraser. It actually looks like a dollop of whipped cream on the end of it. And it, you can, I'm sure you guys have seen those. You can scooch the threads out of there a little easier. The eraser tip kind of grabs them like a rubber tip. All right, this is the right side, lest we forget. Hi, PA, how's it going? Oh no. You got this. I agree. You stay strong. Okay, the one thing I'm not liking about this pop-out chat is that all of your guys' icons are the same color. You're all gray. And I find I can kind of keep track of where I left off reading chat by your colors, you know? No, I didn't. And you know, I think, Helen, I should have been interfacing this side. But it does go like this. So you have the whole layer. And then I'm going to stitch it down in the middle. Oh no, that's such a bummer. Yeah, Helen, I agree. I probably, I kind of distracted myself with the print, and I could have interfaced the solid. This is, I don't really think this is going to negatively affect it though, since we're going to treat it as one soon. This is the right side, the blue. I'm just saying that out loud to myself so I don't, I really want that edge to be straight, and it wasn't looking straight. I don't know what that is. Okay. I knew what you meant. Typos are allowed. Okay. So there are notches on here. And we're going to put our pocket on those. Oh, and, oh my gosh, you guys. I'm just out of practice. Sorry. You're supposed to sew this one too. Whew, boy. Both sides. Sew both sides. I promise I know how to sew and follow directions. Ooh, nice. Yeah, so tomorrow we'll be cutting out that Closet Case Patterns, the poof. I hate that word. Can you say that? Oh, that's smart, Helen. That's really smart. I've heard that trick and I've never remembered to use it. Yeah, well, Eliza, I moved my stream over into this room. Hopefully it sounds better to you too. And basically me and the wall are the same depth of tone. So it looks like a sweater, a hovering sweater. My pink face and a hovering sweater between my hair, you know? So I put my curtain up. It's a temporary background. I actually bought a green screen and that didn't work out because apparently blondes can't really use green screens. Who knew? You know? I would like my print to all be on the inside. Thank you. There we go. Let's get it in there. I'm so paranoid about putting like instructions on the screen right now because of that designer who told me I wasn't allowed to sew her stuff and accused me of giving away free patterns, you know? Yeah, so tomorrow we're going to do the closet case poof, and so that way we can have a place to store all of our fabric scraps. It won't take long to fill it up, right? I'm also going to try and make it so that the inside holding the scraps is removable. So I'm going to check it out. I'm pretty sure it'll be pretty easy to tell you how to do that. That way you can wash the outer, because there's nothing like using scraps as the inner of a pillow and you can't wash it because of all those scraps inside. You know, they're just too heavy. So Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think too. I'm going to do a darker background. I think you're right. Yeah. Oh, I couldn't do that zip-up tray. I don't really want to say, but I couldn't do the zip-up tray and whatever the other thing I was going to do. Like, that was like this right before all the internet junk, you know? Oh, I need to top stitch this. I took it pretty personal. Some folks I think are a little nervous that what I'm doing here is giving away the pattern. Like I'm teaching you how to draft it or something. I'm not sure. She just didn't really ask me any questions. She just forbid me. So I was like, oh, well, you know, she can't really do that, but I'm not going to like try and make someone mad, you know? Someone who's already feeling like scared about something, you know? I don't need her to feel that way. I'm here trying to build community. So I don't really want that to be the path I go down with a designer. I'm just double stitching this like the instructions say. She has you do a couple rows. Purely decorative. It does make a nice edge to your pocket, but you can do one or two. That's the top edge. Then you're going to place it on your notches here. And you're going to top stitch it down along your bottom edge. What is Frida Kahlo? Frida Kahlo? Oh, wait a minute. Raise from... Oh, cool. Frida Kahlo, she was a artist. Mexican. Right? She has very distinctive work. Very cool. Cool stuff. But there has been some fabrics that were designed to honor her that look like her. You know? Yeah, I can tell you more about it, Megan, maybe in like messages or something. But yeah, exactly. So I think I'll be more intentional about how I explain what I'm doing now, you know? So that you need the pattern to do what I'm doing. I certainly wouldn't give someone's pattern away for free. I certainly wouldn't announce it on Instagram that I was going to do that either. So. Ray. Yeah, basically. I'm about communication. I don't feel like I'm the greatest with being gentle about communication. I'm very, very clear and upfront, and some folks like to be gentled more into it. So I just left it because I felt like I might not say the right thing. But I really appreciate it when someone asks questions, because when I don't know something about someone, I try not to ever jump to conclusions or assume things, because it's usually not correct, right? So I try and just be like, hey, can you tell me more about blah, blah, blah? And then I learn more about it. And then I'm like, oh, okay, you know? And it wasn't that kind of interaction, so that's what really bummed me out about it, because the last thing I want is anyone thinking that I'm not trying to help, you know? I'm gonna do 2 rows. I think it'll look better. I'm not that pleased with my sewing on these, I'm gonna be honest. But it's the bottom of the bag, and I think it'll be fine. All right, and so I'm going to do a center seam center stitch down the middle, because my mom asked for that. And I think it is in the instructions, at least for one side like that. It can be very, what's the word I'm looking for? Misleading looking at what line is straight. Have you ever found that, you guys? I've done this a lot when we sewed production, because there were certain things we had to sew like straight lines, like channels across. And I always do it like either perpendicular to the front of my machine or to the edge here, because sometimes it looks straight and it's not, you know? Bye, Eliza. Yeah. Oh, hello, Megan. Tell Eliza, tell her hello. I was a volleyball player in high school. I loved it. It did definitely make me feel like maybe I shouldn't do this anymore, and that really bummed me out that I felt that way. And I started going, well, maybe I'll just do my patterns. And I was like, nobody wants to see all my patterns, you know? They want to see other things too. So, yay, Sydney! Congratulations! All right. We got pockets. So one side has you put a magnetic snap in. And I actually was going to do that today, and I can't find them. Remember? And I couldn't find them, so. Yeah, but you know what, Helen? Someone that was going to watch the stream did buy the pattern. And she asked, she was like, okay, so are you going to do this at a later date? Because I bought the pattern and I'm ready to go. And I felt really bad about that, because I didn't really know what to say. I was just like, I'm really sorry. So, you know, I didn't get a refund either. So I was kind of like, oh, okay. Oh, well, I mean, move on, right? We're just going to keep walking our walk and talking our talk. Okay, so these are the little magnets. These are what mine look like, too. They have these little slots. It's not focusing on there, but they're really not that hard to install if you're doing that. I have done them a lot. Here's my tip. It's been a long time since I did them, and I will say magnetic stamps are kind of expensive. So, but they make your bag so much easier to use. So if you're willing to buy the snap for, I think they're like $4. That doesn't seem like a lot when you're buying one, but if you're a production sewer and you're doing it on your line of bags, it's impossible. It's too expensive. So for your own bag, I recommend doing it, because snapping a snap that's not magnetic is almost impossible, because you can't get your hand behind it to guide the male and the female and snap it. With the magnetic, it just finds itself and it makes it a lot easier. And I think we all kind of know that. When you make the little slits for the slots, just do it slightly smaller than you think. Don't do it too big, you know? Yeah, Megan, we are. Bye, Megan. We are. They're gonna, Hearts is gonna send the Hudson's test, so. I know, Helen, exactly. A lot of people do buy all the patterns, so. Yeah. Well, you know, I don't know. Megan wants me to sew the Hudson pants because she got them in her needle sharp box, and so I asked Hearts, because I feel like they were just trying to promote those pants, and they were like, "Yeah, we can send those to you." So, so you guys, you know, like. It's nice when you can get someone to be like, yeah, I'll send that to you and we'll sew it, you know? It's like, that's what I want to hear. Alrighty. So now we're going to use our little, I got to change my thread color now. Oh, well. That's okay. We need to sew this strap anyway. So maybe we'll just assemble the entire strap right now so we have it ready to go. Should have switched scissors a long time ago. I just don't like that I'm still thinking about it, because I have so much to do right now, and so many great things happening. So I just realized that dress form might arrive soon. Hi, Karen. How's it going? Welcome, welcome to the afternoon stream. The Aeronite. Who makes those, PA? I've heard of that one. Ah, thanks, Helen. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's definitely an act of love for me. I love it. I'm going to do a little tour of my studio soon, too, because I moved it, and it'll be kind of fun. I'm kind of excited. Like, even my daughter came today, and she was like, ooh, this looks nice. It's more open. But I have to get rid of a ton of equipment. It's time for me to say goodbye to some of the stuff I had at the factory. Like, I have a stack cutter, 2 industrial sewing machines, 3 chairs. Oh, so liberated. Okay. All right, so I'm going to sew the edge of my strap now. And I'm going to do both edges because remember, it just creates a nicer finish. Plus, because I did the folding not centered on the seam allowance, it'll probably be a good idea to do that. So when you're doing something like this that's long and narrow, this is pretty stiff. It's not going to fight me. What I always worry about is getting torquing, you know, those diagonal lines across it. So holding it so it's nice and firm kind of helps prevent that. And just watching it, because you got to remember, like, your presser foot is pushing on the fabric. Like, it's pushing toward me like this. So it's pushing this top layer like this toward me. And then the feed dogs are pulling the underlayer. So you end up getting this kind of action happening. I'm exaggerating it. So just be on top of it. You don't want to have to take this whole long seam out. Like, I would rather this stay a little bit misaligned, you know, like this edge right here isn't perfectly above this one, then get torquing. Because that when it's on a strap on your shoulder, you're just not going to notice really. You know what I mean? All right. I'm going to do the other side, but I'm going to do it from the same top, and I'm going to do it from the same end I started to prevent that torquing again. That way, if I did get any, it's going to push it on this side too, and then it'll be gone. Hi, Christina. What are the, okay, those are, oh, you guys have lots of pants. Where were you this past fall? I'm going to write these down. Okay, so you said the Pietra. I got my lunch bag thing. The girl really appreciated that lunch bag reference. Pietra pants and Aeronite. Streaming with you guys. I will remember like the general vibe of our stream, but I will never remember things like that. And like 2 days from now, I'll be like, what was it? And it really drives me crazy. I know I could watch the stream again, but I don't. Watching yourself in a 2-hour video, yeah. It's not my favorite. I always think about what that one person commented. Because you know how sometimes I get distracted and I don't finish my thought? She said something like, finish your call with Margaret later. Like basically because I kept interrupting myself. It was such a funny and cute way of saying, stop interrupting yourself. Finish your sentence. Where's my ends? And I haven't forgotten it. So every time I get distracted, I always think, finish your call to Margaret. Finish your sentence. Where is my little ends, you guys? Are they right here? Oh, they're behind my, wow, they're tiny. They're right here. I couldn't see them. Okay, so same thing. This is just a little loop that holds your D-ring. And I want to show you my project bag that I made. So here's the one I made in wax cotton. So it has usually it has webbing straps going down, so it's a document pocket. And then I use the Liberty of London. But look, I use these leather straps. This is the first time I've ever installed these. They're okay. Yes, Karen. That's awesome. But I see, so there's no stiffener. It's a little softer, but it still stands up totally fine. I left stiffener in the bottom. I replaced the vinyl with fabric and the straps with these leather straps that I got at Emmeline Bags. It's a really nice, like, aqua colored waxed canvas. So I'm really happy with how that bag looks. Like, it looks like a totally different animal than what we always made. Our customers wouldn't have probably been down for that price point. They were already a little bit cranky with my current one. Do you? Oh, you're a tester. Mama said so. That's awesome. Thanks for testing it for me. It's coming out, I think, tomorrow. I'm happy. All right, so we have all of our hardware. I bought this from Noodlehead herself. She has really great hardware on her website. So if you want the real deal, just buy the hardware. It's linked in her in the product description of the pattern as well. But note that I think it's called something different when you go to it. Hi, Quilter, how's it going? So I'm just gonna sew across these like this and get them stable so I don't lose them. I guess I really, the fussy thing. Learn from me, kids. So I could have put the flower right here, Yeah, I've never sewn anything with it. Can you believe that? The wax canvas. Oh, that's... You're Terry? Terry. Oh my gosh. I'm still going to call you Terry, though. You're Terry, right? You're usually green for me. No one's a color today, though. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see. I'm pretty sure you go like this, right? We're gonna sew it like this. Yeah, so when you do an adjustable strap, even if this little majiggy right here doesn't move, it's like a fixed 3-bar slider. This is called a 3-bar slider, this little thing right here. And this allows your strap to be adjustable. So the first thing you do is you're going to anchor it to the middle of this little, like, bar here. Coat making Terry! Ooh. And then sew it good. Sew it real good. What I like to do, especially if you're using webbing, like if you didn't end up making your straps and you're just using 1-inch webbing, which you could totally do, make sure that the little ends of your strap are finished. And if you don't melt them, like I don't usually, I will fold it under, sew it here, and then I also sew it here so that the end is encased inside here. And then make sure there's no little threads from your webbing pulling out. So I didn't a quilter. They weren't hard. I just thought I had the rivet setting kit, because I went and looked. I was like, oh, I have some setting kits, but is this the same thing? I get some of those hardware installation tools confused with each other because there's rivets, grommets, and different kinds of rivets. So I thought I had the right tools, and then when I went to install them, I was like, oh, no, my tools are different. But then I found this other set of tools. I'm like, oh, this will work. And it's okay. It just put like they wouldn't be okay for sale for me. Like that bag wouldn't be okay for sale for because of the hardware. Because I put a little dent. Because I realized then that the little like cup that held it had a little circle in it. And so I should have been using that on the other side. You know what I mean? Like it was like that. It was really easy to do if you but you should just get the tools, because then you're adding to the cost. Because those straps were like $17 Canadian. So they were probably a couple dollars less than that, and then I had to ship them. So it was kind of extravagant. Plus the Liberty cotton, which I got at Duckadilly Fabrics. Plus the wax canvas cotton. So, hi Blythe and Bonnie. Where did I get this? Well, shoot, where did I get this? I think you can get in places like Fancy Tiger Crafts. Oh my gosh. I feel like I got it in somewhere in Portland. It's been a while. I just saw it in my drawer and I was like, oh, I haven't worn this in a while. All right, so now take your strap. Make sure you keep it all the right direction. This swivels, so you don't have to worry about what direction you put it on there. You just don't want to twist your strap right now. See how I have it going belly to belly all the way down. And you're going to go through here and through here like this. So now you have your strap. And there's my seam, which is kind of a bummer. I kind of want to do it the other way so that the seam is on the other side. Let's see, can I switch that now? Because see, there's a diagonal seam in my thing there. It just means that my, can I? I think so. I also want my flowers to be what show, and I think I almost did that wrong. That would have been ironic. They come in different colors too, Blythe and Bonnie. These bracelets. I can't believe I can't think of where I got that. Let me think about it. Yeah. I feel like it was like somewhere like Twisted in Portland. I feel like that's where it was, which is a yarn store. And they used to be a customer of mine buying chicken boots, so I got their newsletters. But they were quite popular and they were around for a while. Or you can check Etsy. And I can tell you how long mine is too, because this is the key with these things. So mine is 15 inches long. Oh gosh, why is it Miller time? This part was really hard for a while, getting it on and off this little hole, but it breaks in really quickly. And then it'll actually tarnish in a nice way. All right, so here we go. I got my strap, and then you're gonna put this like this. So look, this is my whole strap. I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna sew it like this. This is how it looks. Just try and not get confused when you do these kinds of straps. Look at one you have already. Keep it logical. Pin it in place. They can be kind of confusing, and I know that. And make sure you sew it down good. And also make sure you're sewing it pretty far away from here, because you need to be able to get your presser foot along this bar. See, my presser foot can only go that close to it. All of this is, you know, so don't fold this like up to here. You need to give yourself space. It'll be pretty obvious really quickly. You won't make a mistake doing it. And then clip all these threads really close too. It'll look tidier. And now the strap is ready, but you don't need to deal with it at all now. It doesn't get attached to the bag because it's removable. Right? Oh, silver, gold, black, rose gold. That's awesome. Let's put your strap here. I think that seems really close to the top here. Why does it say 2¼ inches? Is that 2¼ This is really close right here. I don't think I can get my presser foot by that, but we'll have to try. I can always swap out my presser foot. Maybe there's a tiny bit more room on this side. I want that to be the front though, because there's the flowers. They line up really nice. All right. Let's get all these threads to the seam allowance, and then I'm going to change my thread color. All right, there's our outer bag. I feel like I'm going to inhale that bug that's flying around. I don't want to do that. Oh, I think those are zipper tabs. That's what these are. Aren't they? Cool. All right. Okay. I bought a zipper. Look at, can you guys see this texture of the zipper tape? It's knitted. Yeah, I think so. Lining for a vest, the rayon challis. I think that'd be nice. Really nice. Rayon's like okay with breathability. It's technically a natural fiber. I do find it kind of warm, but on a vest at least there's no sleeves. So I feel like it'll be okay. Sleeves trap so much heat, you know. I've never seen one of these knitted zippers, but it matches so nicely. I'm pretty happy with it. All right, so fold each short end. Okay, 1¼ edges like this. Okay. Like this, like this. Okay. These are like gonna go on the ends of your zipper. Fold in half. Fold to the fold line. Oh my God. Yeah, that new handle's cute. Mama said so. I don't know how I started following this one gal. I don't know how I got to her, but she did the funniest video yesterday. Her Instagram is Call Me Am Bam. And I think it's like, she's a vegan, she's a proponent of vegan cooking. I'm not vegan, but she did this video yesterday that is so funny about how, it just made me think of it because the end still makes me chuckle. She has this whole little thing where she's like, you know, when you're going to go watch Netflix and you're going to be all good and you're going to eat your good snack. And so she's like pretending like her stalk of celery is her boyfriend and she's like going to watch something. But then Cookie calls her on the phone to try and tempt her into eating a cookie. But at the very end, she's like, I'm coming to celery. It's really funny. So I love it. Where do I like to get rayon? Well, Hearts Fabric. You're in the States, aren't you, Sydney? Hearts Fabric has it. So does Stone Mountain and Daughter. I don't consider. Yeah, double brush poly for something. Yeah, rayon is pretty good. I wear a lot of rayon during the summer, but honestly, like the linen cottons or the linen rayons, those are really great. There you go, Fabric Mart, fabric.com. All right. Let's finish our zipper end. So I think my zipper needs to be, how does she do this? Okay, okay. Oh, you only do this at the bottom. I only need one of these. Yeah, I think that Brussels washer linen, I love that stuff. Because it's like, it's got a lot of drape, but it has a bit better fiber content for comfort. Brussels washer linen, and what's the other one? Yeah, I think linen cotton is pretty good. Yeah, if you have some of that, Terry. Oh, I need to change my thread color. I'm worried I'm gonna inhale a bug live on camera. The things you worry about. Maybe I already did and it's gone and I don't have to worry about it anymore. There's that. So do you guys notice any difference with the stream? Like, does it look, how's the quality? He did tell me that I can't use my GoPro as a camera. So that's out. I was kind of hoping I could up the quality of the stream. Like this part here, I mean, I'd love it beyond me, but of the work surface with the GoPro, but apparently I can't do that. The only time you can stream GoPro video is to like a third-party site, apparently. I didn't look into it. I'm trusting him. Yeah, so linen cotton is pretty soft, yeah. It's not a knit though. The double brush poly you're talking about that's not a knit, right? That you're talking about? All right, so I never really did things like this. So this is kind of something I don't know really much about. Cake and banana splits. Right? I like the free range slacks. Those are really great. I wear mine all the time. They're my secret pajamas, basically. All right, so lining without pocket. Were we supposed to, oh, we were supposed to do the interior pockets on the lining now. I'm sorry I'm jumping around for those of you actually paying attention and trying to sew this. You know, Helen, I really think that you're right about the, oh, but those were the same pattern. See, this is, I should have, I feel like this would be nicer with fabric behind it as the pocket. Not, I don't know why I interfaced this, is what I'm getting at. I'm going to go get my scrap fabric. I'll be right back. I'm hoping I have enough. It's a long walk now. Sorry. Well, I'm not doing that great today at Quilter. I'm a little rusty. Okay, so let's see. I don't recommend linen knits. They don't hold up. They are, I don't know if you follow Christy, who's in the stream sometimes. Christy, what's Christy's Instagram? Christy Makes or something like that. She posted a perfect example. Like, she just did a shirt and it's got holes in it. Like, she doesn't even know how the holes got there. Those linen knits, sometimes they really can be fiddly. You got to make sure, you know. I'm going to line these pockets. I may not be able to line them both with print, though. Yeah. The linen knits are just, I don't know why they're so fragile. Yeah, you saw that exactly. It was sad. Like, she just finished it and she's like, okay, it's basically already falling apart. You know? But let's see. You know, I really like the performance jersey on Spoonflower. Or the modern jersey or the organic cotton knit. I really like those. And I used one, I think I used the Performance has not 100% natural fiber content. Oh, don't quote me on this, you guys. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure the Performance knit, but it has some, it's like not 100% cotton, but it has wicking properties for when you're in that kind of hot climate, you know? And then, what is this? Oh, this is what I just cut out. I'm going crazy. And I really like the organic cotton knit. I'm not talking about cheap fabric though. I mean, like it's not cheap. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. But it is really nice quality, and I have worn a Moneta dress in that Performance knit in Florida at Harry Potter World when it was really hot, and it was pretty comfortable. So I don't know if that helps you. The double brush poly, though, while it's such a nice weight and it feels really nice, it can be kind of warm. It really adds to the heaviness of it. And the printing quality on that modern is, or the Performance knit, is really great. I'm gonna iron these. And then what did I make recently? That was the organic cotton knit. What did we do? Oh, I did my pajamas. Those are great. Got a little tuck there. I'm going to work on that tuck. But they do have rare sales, and that's when you need to kind of go for it, you know? That's what I wait for, too. I think my pro membership is up again soon. I don't think I'll get it this time. I might just leave that tuck. It's probably fine. It's the pocket lining. Yeah, so you could order some samples and see what you think. You know? Hello, Walter. Nice to see you. Been a while, huh? So I'm just doing the lining, the pockets that are on the inside of the bag. I'm just double stitching them, kind of giving it that crisp feel, you know. What's DBP? Double brush poly. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that dress we made for Hearts, the Lucida dress. Thanks, Beverly. Nice to see you. Remember that watermelon Lucida dress I made last summer for Hearts? That was the brushed poly. That was cute. The fabric was nice. Like the color crispness on that was really nice. And watermelons, you know. So. All right, so now I'm going to attach my... Oh my God, I keep doing this. I keep forgetting. This, the way she has you sew these pockets is so different, you know? Both edges. And I'm really distracted today. This is my... get back in the groove stream. is my get back in the groove stream. It'll happen. We will see me get back in the groove. It'll be good. And then tomorrow I'm going to launch my pattern for sale, and I'm going to hang out with you guys so I'm not so nervous about it. It'll be fine. I feel like I can talk about that with you guys because you're not all Chicken Boots customers. Alright, let's turn this again. I like that swatch kit you can get from Spoon Flower. It's pretty handy. It's just kind of small, you know? Like the swatches are pretty small, but you get one of every fabric in there, and I think it's $3. Something like that. It's very affordable. Kind of want to do this. You know, sometimes when you want to get that seam, but you can't get too close to the edge. Do it real quick. Oops, I'm sorry. It's hard. It's hard to click. It's hard to aim. All right, so I'm going to put this. I have notches right there. So what have you guys been doing all since I've been gone? Have you guys been sewing much? My mom loved her guinea pig, you guys. Or both of them. You finally got a ham? Nice! Speaking of guinea pigs. And I made my sister one. I keep meaning to post a picture of it. I made it 75% the size. So, it's more life size. She really liked it. She already requested another one. So that'll be fun. I'm going to definitely make her one. She wants it like stars and constellations. I'm just going to make all of the, and you know what, this one, maybe I'll do the pockets in threes. What do you think? So when it's a pocket like this, see, this is the side seam of the bag and there's a corner. The pocket's actually going to wrap around, right? It's going to do this. That's really what your pocket's doing. So putting in three might not be very good because this makes those pockets on the ends kind of small and unusable. So... Good night, Helen. Yes, I know it's late. Thanks for coming. That was very nice of you. Good. I'm glad you got all your custom orders done. Well, I hope you got them done. I'm just marking the center to where I'm going to do the... Got a little bit of a tuck right there. I'm going to let it slide because it's at the bottom on the inside of the bag. You know? All right, so now we have our inners. We have our outer. That's looking cute. And now we're going to put our zipper on. If I remember correctly, my zipper was meh last time, right? Okay, I'm gonna read her little thing here. Three-quarters of an inch. So the stop goes, or the part we finish with the little zipper tab is about 3/4 of an inch from the edge of the tote. And then I'm going to bend back my zipper. Where's my zipper? Right here. Okay. Oh, a quart. Oh. You guys with your cool tools. Oh, you're making a white shirt. That's cool, Walter. Walter, were you the one that sews the patterns from, what's that gal's name? Because you were making jeans. Didn't we talk about this on Patreon? You got slacks and vest cut off your son. Dang, these are some dapper guys. Dang. All right, so my zipper, let's see. We wanted about 3/4 of an inch from the edge there. So it's going to be like here to, ooh, I'm cutting off a lot. About right here. Pajama? I think it's pajama. She's been meditating on a pajama. Angel Cane, yeah. That's it. I love it when you guys tell me about someone. All right, I'm going to fold back my zipper about right there. Let's see if that's what I want. I think that'll work. I'm going to fold back a little bit more. I really love the zipper tape. I don't know what it's for or why they have it. This knitted zipper tape. My fabric store doesn't like specialize in garment stuff. They do have a lot of bag making supplies, so why won't the pen go through? Am I right? They specialize in a lot of, why won't that go through? Bag making stuff. And I went and checked out like a selection of like webbing and stuff. But their webbing was kind of wide for what I needed. And then I found the zipper. It was the only one they had. And I was like, oh, yeah, I like the color. So I just kind of like wrench the zipper down at a 90-degree angle and then tuck these little corners that pop up. And I stitch them down. You know? I try and keep them even across from each other. Now, zipper coil and teeth are not directly across from each other, so you cannot get it perfectly even. You'll just drive yourself crazy trying. Just so you know. Stay. I'm try-harding here. Oh, glide, please. There we go. All right. Angela Kane, yeah. I said Angel too. I knew that. Sorry. It's fine. Next one. Next bone. I said earlier that typos are fine. They happen. There's something about the keyboards I use that when I press the keys, the buttons don't register. Or they don't, the spacebar doesn't. And I'll type in live streams. I type so many typos. It's really frustrating. Oh, that's cool, Beverly. Yeah, Walter's made some jeans by her that he really likes. Her pants. All right, so we now have our zipper ready to go like this. This is the back of my bag. And so let's see. If that was the back of my bag, my mom's right-handed. She'll probably wear it over here. I think I put the zipper like this. There's very specific instructions on how to do it. I'm just going to put it the way I think my mom would really like it. This may be the exact same way. So I'm gonna put it right sides together. She says based glue, whatever you want to do here. I will use some clips. Don't you love it when I actually am a good girl and do this stuff? I'm gonna sew across. You'll probably need to switch to a zipper foot. Mine, it's okay. My zipper foot is tiny. So I actually kind of find it a little bit tricky to use because there's not a lot of purchase on the fabric with the foot. It's so narrow. I only use it when I absolutely have to. See, there's the foot. It's really small. And I can move my needle to the left or the right. I don't need to be up against the zipper for this. I'm just unzipping and zipping my zipper head to get it past the presser foot. There we go. Looks pretty good. And you want to try and get it directly across the other side. Now I have to worry about the loop here. All right. There we go. Oh yeah, I can feel that loop. But I got it, okay. I'll look at chat in just a second, just in case. Etsy's a rabbit hole for you, Ray. My problem with Etsy lately... Oh, hi.
Is this the landscaping company?
Nope. You can read the sign on my door. Just keep going.
That way?
Yep. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna look at it. Yeah, the minimalist approach doesn't work for you. Let's see how it looks. Ooh, I love the color of the zipper. Looks so good. I'm trying to think, didn't I make something by Thread Theory? Oh, that's a Fairfield. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. There's sometimes where I feel like the designer borrows things from other folks because they're not quite sure, so they're a little scared to steer you wrong. So they're trying to really ensure your success. So then they don't add any more to what they could be giving you. Like they're giving you the instruction, but they're sticking to the script. You know what I mean? They stick to the script because they don't know it. I don't know about her. I'm not talking about her in particular at all. I've only sewn like one of her patterns, I think. I've sewn two, and they were fine. They were good. My husband really likes them. I think the fit's good too. But I have seen people's patterns where I think they like to try and keep it safe because maybe they know it pretty good, but they're still like, oh, I just don't want to like add my own stuff, my own experience, because maybe it's not right. Even though their experience would probably be amazing to hear, and their, whatever it is, and they don't add that, and then you're just kind of like, this is it. This is what I do. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yeah, so it's like that kind of, they don't give it to you inside out and backwards. They give it to you one way. So, yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. All right, so this looks pretty good. I'm just going to turn it right back into inside out. Yeah, I think like, I feel that way about certain things. Like, ooh, I can kind of tell you how to do that, but I don't really feel comfortable really telling you how to do that. You know what I mean? Like every time we all do a invisible zipper, I'm like, all right, let's look at Angela Wolf because she is really good at explaining it, and I'm not even going to pretend that I didn't look at her tutorial. You know what I mean? Her tutorial was great. Let's stick with that. All right, so now we're going to do the, so I just did the bottom seam of the lining. This is the lining. This is the end of the bag. And so now we're going to do the bag side seam here. And then when you get to your zipper, this part right here, I'm pretty sure you push this towards the right side of the bag. That's what I would say. Yeah, you push it towards the right side of the bag. I just feel like I read something that kind of didn't say that, but I'm pretty sure it did, so. Yeah. All right, so still the 1/2 inch seam. I kind of went for lining my pocket up there rather than the edge there. It was a smidge different. All right, so I'm gonna push those in there. I'm gonna push my zipper toward me, and this is the outer bag. That's the lining of the bag. I'm trying to decide which way I want my seam allowance to go. I think I'm gonna push it toward the inside. Now your zipper is well away from the seam. You don't have to worry or cringe or squint. You're fine. It feels a little funky because you have this piece right here, and that's what I'm trying right now. I'm fiddling with it a little bit. I'm just gonna use my awl to pull it back into the side seam here. There we go. I didn't tack my pockets down along the side seam. They're staying pretty good, but that might be helpful if you want to do that. Now, I don't know if you saw that, but this is quite a ridge right here because you have 4 layers of pocket fabric under there. And so when I went to backstitch, it wouldn't go up onto that hump, so you gotta kind of help it a little bit. So. All right, and I'm making sure all my seam allowances are all the threads are towards the seam allowance. There's a lot of them. And plus the canvas. Canvas is always so thready. This isn't like a heavy canvas. It's a pretty lightweight canvas. It's actually nice. I don't know where she found it. I can't remember where it was at. All right, this is the seam up here. I'm going to press the zipper that way. You're not really sewing the zipper though, so you don't have to worry about it. Like it's not in this seam right here. Wait a minute. I did this wrong. I did this wrong. I forgot. Oh no, that's what it is. I was like, wait a minute. It just hit me. You need to leave a little bit open on the bottom here. Whoops. Aren't you guys glad, whoever's watching this, you have my other video to refer to? There you open that up. Backstitch it. There we go. The insides of bags just never look that great, do they? All right, now we're going to do our corners. I had already trimmed my corner cutouts because I had drafted the pattern and built it on there. Ooh, we're really almost done. Really almost done. Well, you know what I wanted to check? I forgot I was going to check something while I'm streaming. I need to look at something. What jean pattern has a curved waistband? Doesn't the Ash jeans? Pretty sure the Ash jeans has a curved waistband. I really like those. I really like the way those fit. I think the length of them is a little cropped, so I would check that before you cut, is the only thing. They're cute. I like that length a lot, but I find that then they're limited. Since they're black jeans for me, I would like them to have been a little longer. Because they're more like a winter color, you know? All right, so you're going to sew across this corner. And see, you just line it up, right? You're just kind of pulling it out. Lining up all these seams here. If your fabrics are really, really thick, push one seam one way and the other way. You might have a little bit easier time with it. Now try and do this straight. You might feel some resistance because you're really close to all these pockets right here or in there, and they're kind of when you fold it like this, you're kind of butt up against them. So it kind of does feel like you don't have much room there to move. My husband and daughter are texting so much right now. I'm like, it's usually cute dog pics. There's not a shortage of those in our house. All right, I'm doing all the corners. Pretty sure all we have left, I get this started and then I straighten it out. I don't know if you're noticing that. It's a little tricky to get started. All we have left are these 4 corners, and then we turn it and we sew that shut. So. I don't think the ginger has a curved waistband. Let's see. We've sewn gingers, Ash, Mountain View pull-ons, if you want to count those. And then, what was the other one we sewed? The ones we just made. The saucy ones. By Deer and Doe. The saffron jeans. And those were also straight, I'm pretty sure. There are more jeans with curved waistbands than that, though. I just haven't made them all. Last corner. All right. Let's see if I did this right, because I barely looked at the directions. Oh man, you guys. Why do you think I'm an expert? Do I want to trim any of these things? Maybe. I actually don't have a lot of confidence in this for some reason. I feel like I keep making mistakes today. All right, this is the outer bag. This is the inner bag. Okay. I didn't line that up very good, did I? That one's pretty good. Right there. All right, and then we have this. Will be like this. Very nice. All right, so now we can shut this seam right here. I'm just looking it over before I do. Everything looks okay so far. I think it's fully fine to machine sew this edge right here. It's going to be at the center bottom of your bag on the inside. Right there, just like that. I'm going to change my thread color to do it. Oh, dang, Terry. I do not wish that on anybody. For something so important in our lives, it's really astounding how many woes we have with it. The internet is treats everybody equally. Doesn't matter who you are, where you are. It is a non-discriminating piece of technology. None of you are local to me, right? I'm going to be teaching a class soon. I'll still advertise it, but I'm pretty sure none of you are local. Jan came to one, which was pretty fun. Yeah, right, Ray? Exactly. It's also really clear just where you've sewn it shut so that if you do need to get back in there, you can find it. There's a time and a place for invisible hand sewing. So I think like it may feel kind of funny to sew pockets like this in some ways because you have to, you're lining them and then you're top stitching them and it feels kind of like, why are we doing all this work for the pockets, you know? But the great thing about it, it's really clever how she does it because, what is that? Oh, I didn't top stitch this. I wanted to top stitch this and I didn't. The great thing about that is because the way she has you do this, the bag will sit on itself by itself pretty well, you know, for a purse. I may go back in here and top stitch this perimeter here. There we go. It's done. Forgot my label. I really love the zipper. I don't know why, but I really love the zipper. There we go. They're not really at the, these aren't really at the back, they're just in the side seam. So I was kind of erroneously saying, that's the back of the bag. It's not really though. It's just a side seam. I have a thread there, might want to get in there and get out. All right, it's pretty cool. It's my mom's purse. Oh, I'm teaching my pin cushion class. So it's not clothing. There we go. I think I'm going to give it a good press to make it lay flatter. Oh, there's a piece of canvas string here. I hate pulling those. Those make me nervous. Yeah, cupcake and pie slice pin cushion at a little studio. So I think I might work on ironing this seam open right here. That might be an interesting, could you? I don't think you could. It would be an interesting task to try and get this to lay flatter, you know, like if you could top stitch it down, but remember, it's like the last thing you do. So it might not be possible, I'm not sure. And I might look at trying to top stitch this opening. I meant to do that and I forgot. Yeah, and I'll probably do my project bag at some point. The local fabric store would really like me to teach some garment sewing classes, and I'm totally down for that. But I'm just not ready, and I don't know their like pattern selection very well, and they're totally accommodating. They're super accommodating, and they're just really want to help me do it no matter what. But I'm just a little like, I got a lot going on. So I'm doing the pincushion for this other little sewing studio because it's something I know really well and I don't fit anybody. So this is cute. The zipper pull on the zipper is really tiny, so I'm going to add a pull on here. I have some ones left over from my chicken boots days, which are like these little wooden woodcut pieces. I have some that have a chicken on them, but I have some that have feathers, and my mom would like that. I would have top stitched it right after I put the zipper. But it would have been tricky. And I don't think it really needs it. Like, maybe just pressing it will be enough, Ray. But it's the fact that, like, the lining, see how it kind of curves up right there? It's fine. See, it's not creeping into the zipper, but it does make me a little nervous. The zipper does stick up, so it's good. This looks way better than the other one I made as far as the zipper goes. I think I was really cocky and I put the zipper into I went straight up with the zipper teeth. I know, Ray, right? That's what I'm thinking too. But no, I know. I could have top stitched it before I sewed the lining together. I may not have been able to edge stitch it flat like this, but I could have probably at least, if anything, understitched the lining. I think understitching the lining would be the simplest thing to do, you know? Yeah, this turned out cute. And I think this is great. She got around, she could only find a quilting cotton to work for her print. So that's why she did the canvas, because she didn't want it to get filthy. So she just decided to do the quilting cotton as like a secondary fabric. But it is really cute. It's got a lot of pockets. Like honestly, personally, my experience is the more pockets you have and you fill them all up, then you have no room in here. So you could just put only things in your pockets, you know. Yeah, well, Ray, I mean, if I top stitch now, see, theoretically the purse is supposed to be like this. And if I top stitch now, I could actually go around and do it right here around the edge and put all of it in there. You'd see my back tack there. Not a big deal. But it would be really hard to deal with right here. You know, I can't open this up and get in there right now. That's as far as it'll go. So I'll probably press it and it'll be fine. And once it's broken in. But see, this is when like you could make your lining just a tad smaller. And then that way it kind of deals with this like fullness in here. We always made our pattern pieces all different. So you'd have outer fabric, stiffener pieces, and lining pieces, because once you put it in the lining, it's smaller, you know? So if she did that though, that would be so many pattern pieces for you to have to draft. And it's not, you know, it's not 100% needed. But this is cute. I'm excited to drop it off for her. So this is the small one. I'll show you what it looks like on a person, just in case you want. Like that. Aw, thanks, Ray. I saw your email too. You're like, woohoo, you're gonna be live soon. Which one, Walter? What do you like? What do you think? I was kind of a mess sewing this, but it turned out okay. It looks good in person. Yeah, I think I will like press it in there. Oh, you like the yeah, I think so too, a quilter. But can you see in there? There's a little bit of extra right there in the corner. That's because the lining is pretty much the same size. But look, it does, the zipper does stick up. It's cute. I hope she likes the decision we made with putting the strap as the print. Ah, yeah, I got it now. I feel like now I'm trying to get you guys to repeat a compliment. And I'm not. Trust me. I'm so glad I took the time to center this. And I can't even feel it. It all feels uniform. I promise. So if you have that issue, as long as you're butting up your fabric ends, you're going to be fine. Just secure it by top stitching the edges. It feels, you can't even tell where that edge is. It's pretty cool. So, yay. Well, so tomorrow we're going to be sewing that floor poof thingy. Let me show you a picture. You want a picture? Oh, it's right here. So if you need a footstool or a place to sit, I think once we make this one, I will consider making one like half that height for like a little cat or dog bed. Yeah, it's true, a quilter. Yeah. Right? I love that expression, the Pollyanna thing. So this is a free pattern on the Closet Case Patterns website. You just need to sign up for their newsletter. They actually have a few free patterns. You can print it at home. There's not very many pieces to print. And I'm using scrap fabric. Mine's not going to be scrappy like this, but I am using some scrap fabrics to make mine. And then we can start stuffing it with all of our scraps, you know. That's what I'm going to do. That's what it's for, and I think I'm going to use it for the same reason. It's like one of those things I would never think to make. I look at this stuff and I'm like, okay. And then I start thinking about it. I'm like, you know, that would be kind of fun to make, and it would be a great place to keep my scraps. I used to always do that. I used to always just have a few pillows sewn up and ready to stuff by my machine all the time. And I just stopped. So, right? I know, Ray, exactly. So I think all you have to do is make the pattern piece that you get for the perimeter half the width or height, however you want to look at it. And you have a cat bed, you know? So, or a dog bed. I have a small dog and a cat, yeah. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I have a book. Let's look. I got this at Maggie's place. We're going to look it up. I put it right here because I thought this would come up. Let's hope it's in here. It's not in here. Dang it. Let's see. Maybe it's under Pete's Sake. Dang it. My first one. You need what cover? This? Walter? This is the Closet Case Patterns Poof. P-O-U-F. It's free on their website. Yeah, we're going to make it tomorrow. I'm hoping so. What is it? Is it for Pete off? Is it off for Pete's sake? For Pete's sake? How what's the expression? Yeah, so this is the Closet Case Patterns. And if you sign up for their newsletter, they have a bunch of free patterns. Perfect. Yeah. Oh, you have one that needs a new cover. That's perfect. So you could scale the pattern in your printer to the size you need. You know? So I would measure the diameter. What is it? Is it for Pete's sake, or I feel like it should be in here. Dang it. Oh well. Give me another one. I know, right? Like Maggie, my husband's grandmother is 96. She is German born. She came over on the Berlin airlift, escaped World War II. So her first language is German, but she's been here since she's like 20 years old. So she's been here for over 70 years. So she speaks English very well. She still has a very strong accent. And when she's not feeling well, she will slip in German words. My husband speaks fluent German, so he understands her. But she has a lot of books, like language books. It looks like she very diligently studied French, too, because she has a ton of handwritten notebooks. Because we just moved her again. Awesome possum. Awesome possum. That just sounds like, that's not really an idiom, though. That's just a good rhyming thing. I bet that's, watch that one be in here, though. I just explained As the Crow Flies to someone. He had never heard it. He was a young guy and lives in Canada. And he was like, oh, I'm really close to this other person. And I was like, oh, yeah, as the crow flies, you are. And he was like, what does that mean? Yeah, for Pete's sake. Dang it. Yeah. Oof, I don't want to read that one. Okay, here, A Babe in the Woods. A person who's inexperienced or naive. In 1595, a story called The Children in the Wood was published in England. It was about a greedy uncle who was supposed to be taking care of his rich niece and nephew. Instead, he hired 2 men to kill them so he could inherit their money. One of the men took pity on the children and left them in the woods rather than kill them. They did not survive. That's why we can say that inexperienced people or people that can't take care of themselves can easily be misled or exploited are babes in the woods. Well, on that note, yeah, As the Crow Flies. But he didn't know that he had never heard that. Oh, man. We need a better, more uplifting one. All right. Well, now you can start bringing me your idioms. I also got her, she has this like grammar thing. And this is actually kind of interesting. You know, like the difference between saying why you would say one way versus another way, you know? Like this one, Squiggly wanted a short-haired dog. And there's no dash between the words. And then this one, Squiggly wanted a short-haired dog. You know, like the subtle differences between that, you know? Because this one, the first one would be that he wanted a dog with short hair. Or a short dog with hair. And then the other one would be a dog with short hair. Book title, please. Which one? There's a lot of these books out there. I just grabbed them because she can't read anymore. She was a librarian. A university librarian. What did you say? Born in the Barn. Is that the whole one? The thing is, we have Google now. Is that the whole thing, Sydney? Exactly, on that note. That was getting to be like Grimm's fairy tale. Some of these I feel like I know, you know? Oh well, anyway. I know, I love this kind of stuff. I thought, I'll just keep it right here by the stream. I used to work at a fabric store and she had a huge book of those. And when we would say when she went over and look it up, it was really fun. Before Google. Were you born in a barn? It's a question, yeah. Whoa, are you born in a barn? Yeah. I've heard that. Dang It's not in here. I need a new book. Anyway. Yeah, exactly. I've heard that. All right, so tomorrow, 11 a.m. usual time, Pacific. I'll be cutting this out. You can see my other background now. It's like a big open room behind me now. So you'll see where I used to stand. So thanks for joining me. That was fun. I'm really glad. I can't wait to drop this off with my mom. She had a great birthday. She loved her guinea pigs and all of her goodies. And her hot fudge sundae. So thanks for joining me, you guys. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hasta mañana, iguana. It's not even that far away, which is weird, you know, because it's the afternoon. So, all right. I'll see you guys. Bye.